Yo, welcome back to the Licka House podcast.
Hey, and we back.
Episode 21. You know what I'm saying? We here. It's your boy.
Oh, damn, it is.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Jay Fennell.
It's your boy Chuck.
And we got a special guest with us today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's going on, fam? My name is Lawrence, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me on, guys.
Hey, man,
man,
it's
we
time
appreciate
for
you
let's give
being
Lawrence a
on,
round
man.
of applause, man.
Appreciate you coming on with us, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Known this man a long time, man.
Man, we go back
For
Cone
07?
Hall,
Yeah.
06, man.
Damn. It's a long time, dog.
Yeah.
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 It's 2022.
16 years.
Damn. I felt real old.
It's one of those things. I know you longer than I did not know you at this point.
Shit. Well, man, we glad you came through, man. We're gonna chop it up, man. We're gonna have a good time. But real quick, before we get too deep into it, as customary to every episode.
Yeah,
It's time
pick your
for
poison.
these
Pick your poison.
shots.
All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna do a shot of this Douce.
you love to do whatever it say. Huh?
Whatever it say.
I think I'm gonna start out with some of this Dr. Stoners.
Lawrence, what man, we got some bourbon, we got some Crown, we got some Douce,
I'll take the Apple Crown.
Apple Crown, Apple. Here we go.
Man, we still got
Pour
four
your
roses. Shout
troubles.
out to DJ Absolute for that.
And we got Demo the producer in the building, of course. Round of applause for Demo.
Welcome back, dog.
You know, he was on vacation there with the Chi-Town and shit, ate some deep dish.
With the old block.
And we got Swole himself in the building. Shout out to Swole Quinn.
Oh,
Back
just
here.
taking up all that space with the morons.
Xavier Odinson. Swole, man, pull up your troubles, man. What you want to shout out, dog? All right.
Good old vanilla.
Man, shout out to Bacon and Caking, you know, for providing some treats for us to indulge in.
Heck yeah. Never let me down. Was at the Korean barbecue spot last night. Eating everything. Yeah, let's meet. Yep. And I went there and I meated. I ate.
Whoa.
Pause.
Hey, I ain't get the meat sweats though.
We're happy for that.
Cheers, man. Everybody, man.
Tink,
To life.
tink, tink.
To life.
More life, more blessings.
Life and prosperity.
Bless up.
Yeah, that was smooth.
And those delicious. Love do
I
say,
ain't gonna
man.
say that.
What'd you
That was
drink?
alright.
That Dr. Stoner's?
Nah, that's so smooth. It just has that aftertaste.
It do got aftertaste. Tastes like weed, nigga.
CBD infused, dog. Shouldn't have found it.
Man, what y'all been up to this week, man? How things been going?
Man, let's see. This week, it flew by.
It did.
We're here in August.
Definitely did. Yeah.
July came and went. Like it had somewhere to be.
Damn.
Passed like gas. Bro.
That
Oh,
thing
shit.
was here and gone.
Real quick. It is August, ain't it?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, man. So shout out to my boy Steve, man. It's his birthday weekend.
Okay.
Shout out to him. You know,
Yeah, what's up, Steven?
Shout out Steve, man. Happy
Big
No,
birthday.
it's been a
Ninja.
while, man. It's been a while. I know
Ninja
we gotta-
Assassin.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
got. Yeah, I know we got to chop it up eventually. Though.
Yeah, follow him on Twitch too, man. Ninja Parade. You know what I'm saying? He be streaming. You know. So do that. Shout out to Gerger. It's her birthday weekend. You know.
Shout out to her.
Happy birthday to
girl.
her. You know what I'm saying? All the August birthdays. Shout out to my homegirl Bree. Swing by her spot later. I might go live
Hey,
on the
do
Licka
what
House
you do, dog.
podcast Instagram while I'm over there, just to kind of, you know, show that we do more than just podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, show different aspects of things.
Get a little peek behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got lives. You know what I'm saying? You know, we do things. We do things.
Yeah.
We do things.
We do things.
We do things.
But, yeah,
That's all I got. We do things.
yeah, the drive down here was it was actually fairly smooth though. You know, it didn't happen. You know, I didn't really have to worry about traffic much though.
Oh, that was good.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
all
Lawrence
the way
came
from
through.
Durham. All the way from Durham.
Durham,
Lawrence
okay.
came from the
City.
Bull City.
Bull City.
Gunshots.
Yeah, shout out to the 919 and the 984.
Hey man, the Bull City, man. I know a lot of people from
I
the
used to
area.
work in Durham.
Where?
This baby retail store called Baba Baby.
Things. No, is
It
still-
closed
closed
down.
yeah.
I also worked at the Mooresville one too, right next to Cary. Yeah, fun times. That was a good little drive from Greensboro.
Hey,
Yeah, it's hard to believe it'll be like at the end of the month, be 20 years since I've
it
been
was.
in Durham.
I drove to
Okay.
Durham one night, but one morning it was like 3 a.m. I just got up and drove 45 minutes.
No, we know
Huh?
why. That's only one thing to get you over that time. Drive.
Late night creep.
Hey, you up? I
That's-
sure am.
And then that's when you're young, because I ain't gonna lie, if you too far now, you call me that time. Look, we just gotta plan another time.
Yeah, I know. Nah.
But you from Durham, dog?
I was actually born in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Chester. Yeah,
Okay.
shout out to 610. My family that back up that way. And I was also in South Carolina for some time before moving here.
Okay.
So I've been northern born, southern raised.
Hey,
Yeah, Lawrence a good dude, man. Lawrence
Yeah.
a good dude.
And yeah, Chuck. Just wanted to let you know. When you mentioned that my name Lawrence Holliday sounded like that I was on TV, I actually was, man.
okay.
A few years ago, I was on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, okay.
This nigga actually wants some money on Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, that's what's up.
He ain't go bankrupt. Round of applause.
I mean,
Hey, nah, the real shit. Listen,
it's harder on TV though. When you looking at it,
usually when you see Wheel of Fortune and you see a black person on Wheel of Fortune, that motherfucker go bankrupt or lose or something. So the fact that you actually kept some of your winnings, man, shout out to you, man. Round of applause.
Yo, I got lucky, and I don't know what went in my mind when I was on there. It was just I was a nervous wreck. The spotlights were on me, and my heart was racing. I heard it thud in my ears. But somehow, for some odd reason, I kept calling out letters and vowels, and I never missed, except for when I was at the the final round, the final puzzle. I choked. I was exhausted. I was spent. After the first triple toss up, when that season rolled around, it was I think season 37 when they started with the triple toss up. After those 3 puzzles in succession, I was my mind just checked out and just left me hanging, saying, "Yo, see ya. I'm done. I'm done. You're on your own." So I'm like,
Damn.
what the fuck?
Hey, I'm still trying to go on Jeopardy.
it's different when you get behind the cameras though.
Like I'll be like, I want to make it a true double Jeopardy.
Sitting at home, you be like, how they didn't get that?
Yeah,
Get up there with the lights on you. You'd be like,
it's
drawing a blank.
It is a different dynamic. I swear to you, it is.
I believe it.
It's crazy.
Because I used to say, yo, I could be on Fear Factor. Then they started eating like pig dicks and shit.
Nope.
So you was willing to eat the roaches, but you draw a line at the pig.
Nah, like not eat. Nah. Nah,
but when
it was like laying in the tank with like snakes and shit, I was like, I can do that.
Nah, I can't do that.
I mean, they weren't venomous.
Fear Factor wasn't my show. Family Feud, that's the one I was like, I can be on.
Yeah.
But then you got to take somebody up there with you. I'm like, dang, what if I choose the wrong family to go with?
My family
and the wrong answer too.
Right, because I ain't gonna be like good answer. I'm like the fuck.
Yeah, my family clutch. I ain't worried about it.
My head gonna poke out. Steve gonna be like, Charles Pitts, hell yeah.
Cue a viral moment.
I ain't gonna lie, Steve would talk shit to me because I know I'm gonna say some off the wall shit.
Hey, Steve's still funny. He found a way to be family funny,
Yeah.
Seeing some of those reels like on YouTube, and you just wonder how like just people just blank out, just say just
whatever.
Just off the wall answer.
Name something that starts with the word pork. Cupine. Nigga, what?
Yep.
Good answer.
No, that was a terrible answer. Don't say shit else the rest of the episode. You shut the fuck up from here
First
on
time,
out.
it'd be like, we surveyed 100 Americans. Immediately, my mind, I'd be like, white people.
White people.
This ain't no black people answer, man.
Yeah, because like, it'd be like, what's the first thing you notice on a woman? And, somebody be like, her butt. And then survey says, it'd be like, the caboose.
They do.
Black people don't say caboose, goddamn.
They have to have those PC euphemisms.
Yeah.
Nah,
you know what to do.
Nah, see, that's why
FCC, man.
we need to have Family Feud on BET. on BET Plus.
It
After
wouldn't
hours.
last though, because BT just don't get the respect it needs.
It
man.
don't, because fuck BET. But
See, so if Family Feud was on BET, it'd be gone. It'd be like, damn, we ain't getting no ratings from this. You got to stay on the station it's on. What is it? ABC? I think it's ABC. It comes on a lot of
man,
stations.
come on, every station because it's syndication.
Yeah. But,
Reruns.
hey, I just get on YouTube.
I mean, I just see it on Facebook when I scroll down the timeline. It just pop up randomly.
I'm weird. I watch a lot of Family Feud clips, Wild 'N Out clips, you know.
Wild 'N Out used to be funny, man.
Used to be. I mean, these last couple seasons ain't been all that.
No,
Like, it ain't.
yeah.
What I'm saying is, like, now it's gotten to the point where it's almost predictable. Like, you kind of know what to expect, what's coming.
Yeah.
And,
Sometimes. Some episodes still be funny.
Yeah. I mean,
first couple of seasons were amazing. Mainly, it was with regard to the cast members as well. That were on
yeah,
there.
that's
That's really what makes or break the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the cast members ain't that funny.
The ones who really holding the show together now is what 85 South, those boys, DC Young Fly, Chico Bean, and Carlos Miller. E-Man, he funny.
Carlos
Emmanuel
a funny
Hudson.
motherfucker.
Yeah, Emmanuel Hudson.
I would say those really the only four that I watched the show for. I mean, Justine, she funny when she going at it with DC.
Yeah, she funny looking.
Hey, don't do that.
Nah, I did that. I'm gonna go there.
He went there.
I like
It's
Justine.
2022.
I know her voice a little
Gunshots.
but
Gunshots all
I
2022.
rock with Justine, man. What you mean?
She's still funny looking. She look real oily.
Nah, she's just a little pale, you know.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Ah, man, but yeah. What else? Oh, shout out to our boy Dave Lamar.
Hey, Family Ties came out. You know, round of applause for that. It dropped August 5th.
It's on all streaming platforms. Go check it out, man. Got some fire on there.
Yeah,
Flipped a lot of great samples.
very smooth, very smooth. I actually listened to it on my way here, and I didn't skip a single one. Just heart.
Yeah,
heart.
like, it was easy to listen to, man. Like all the way
It
through.
is, man. My favorite song on there probably is Crush. That shit was smooth.
You're a sensitive ass nigga.
Hey, that was a smooth one. I like the light freestyle too.
Yeah, light freestyle was dope.
Of course, to Never Die. That's been out.
That's
for a
always
while.
been your shit,
Yeah.
though. I like Loyalty.
Loyalty was fire.
10 Degrees.
Yeah, yes.
I like the one with Is
yes.
D.A.D.
one.
Big Dreams.
Big Dreams, yeah.
Yeah. Change was dope. The NBR interlude. I love that
that
Smokey Norfolk
NPR
sample.
interlude.
Yeah. That
Hey,
was dope.
shout out to whoever put them things,
Oh,
man.
and then Around with that Snow Allegra sample in the background. That's my shit.
You know about Snow.
Hey, man, I've been on Snow. She gave me like Sade vibes.
Yeah.
Like, she don't sound like her, but just her vibe
Yeah.
is like real Sade.
I heard of her when she was featured on Division's song Between Us.
Yeah.
And they put the
Yeah.
Usher track.
Yeah.
Speaking of Division,
Hey.
that's still my shit.
If I get caught.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But honestly, because they've been on a promo run, him and his brother, and they pretty much broke it down. Like, it wasn't saying that they were cheating. It's just that hypothetically they got caught cheating.
Yeah, of course. But
Like,
still.
all the stuff you liked about me became the insecurities in the relationship for you.
Yeah.
Like, just because I cheated, I mean, I don't love you. I just,
Hey,
had to get my rocks off.
toxic.
It's all fine, young thing. Yeah, you had to do what I had to do.
Hey.
Black men don't cheat.
I mean, it's that if I get caught.
Yeah.
Hypothetical.
If it's good.
I get caught cheating.
Hey,
That don't mean I don't love you.
I was just fucking a girl. I was gonna get right back.
Oh.
Hey, I was like, damn.
Oh shit.
Sorry, you know.
Yo, that's. I mean, yeah. It's like it's like the ultimate scumbag. But hey, look, it just sounds like, people that kind of operate or run like Future. It's like that's their anthem right there. Like,
Ain't nothing wrong with being a scumbag from time to time.
No.
Look, if you don't go through nothing in life, how you grow?
I've had my run. I've had my run.
If you don't go through anything in
all
life,
have.
how do you grow, man? Nobody perfect.
I mean, I'm an upstanding member of the community now.
As he posed him a drink. I'm an upstanding member of the community now.
Hey,
Pose me more Duce.
Hey. Yeah.
Gang, gang.
Pull up.
Go ahead, force.
Shit.
Anybody else taking another shot?
Hell yeah.
'Cause you know it's time. It's time.
Do some of this Four Roses.
Hey, Four Roses bourbon is really smooth if you like bourbon. I definitely suggest it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Good on the rocks, good by itself.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
You don't need to mix it. It's really smooth, man. Gotta drink it out of a glass though. Just
On the rocks.
on the rocks. Like giving the big ice cubes.
Grown man shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, have it in the decanter when you come in from the office. You know, loosen your tie
Speaking
up.
of decanter, shout out for our logo. That shit fire.
Hey, shout out
Yeah.
to Enrico, my homegirl Tony. She did our logo. That shit fire. You know, round of applause for her.
I want to get a real decanter made.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, your logo's fire.
Appreciate it, man.
Shout out to Tony.
Hey, let's take a shot for her, man. Cheers.
Shout out to everybody doing big things this week, man.
Also, shout outs to John Stewart for actually pushing through with with the Veterans in the PACT Act. Managed to actually strong arm and just had the had the Republicans basically just having to double back and re-vote on it. Yes, like
Side of politics, man. Speaking of which, hopefully they get Brittany home soon. She got sentenced to 9 years. That's
All right, since you brought it up,
that is wild.
time to play devil's advocate real quick.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Talk to me.
These are the views of Jay Fennell.
No, I'm
Licka House
asking.
podcast.
I'm asking questions.
Oh, okay.
I'm not spitting views or opinions. I'm asking a question.
Okay.
So everybody's on this free Brittany Griner, get her home, bring her home. 9 years is too long.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I agree. 9 years is way too long for what she got charged with.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
can't argue with that law.
On the flip side of that, it's a foreign country. They got different laws. I don't know one airport that's okay with you having any kind of paraphernalia when you go through the airport.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I personally know people here that have a lot more time for less, and nobody's trying to free them.
Yeah, like recently there was one individual who got convicted for life for weed possession.
See,
prime
but
example.
Everybody's riding on the free Brittany Griner wave. Now, I'm not saying that she shouldn't be brought home, but if we can expect America to do that for the people here, what makes us think it's going to be a quick turnaround for somebody that's in a foreign country, especially a foreign country like Russia, when initially they were talking about in order to trade for her, they wanted to release an arms dealer?
Yep, the merchant of death.
The merchant of death.
What sense that make?
Again, that's trade.
I'm just asking
it came
questions.
across the ESPN notification.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking a question. I'm just going to leave that out there. If y'all listening,
I think it's situational though, too.
DM us. Let me know what you think. I won't get too deep into it.
A lot of nuances that go on.
I just had to ask that question. There's a lot that plays into it. I was just curious. So, back to the bullshit, but I just had to ask.
It all comes down to the almighty greenback, so.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, money.
Hopefully she's doing all right over there, and hopefully she'll get home soon. Do her dues and get home.
Although there was a bunch of studs that did like a praise dance for her on TikTok.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But just to touch on it, like, for one, I think the reason why everybody is on it because she's in a different country.
Mm-hmm.
One that, we're on okay terms with, but not the best terms.
Mm-hmm.
They're at war, or they were at war. I don't know if that war's still going on because I haven't been keeping tabs on it.
Nobody's talked about it anymore.
And then the only reason they going so hard is because she got a little notoriety over here. Let's be honest. They probably would have gave her 6 months and had her pay a fine, and she would have been home. But 9 years.
It's Russia, dog.
Yeah. But then she go over there a lot too, so I know this can't be her first time doing that.
First time she got caught.
Yeah, she plays over there every off season, from my knowledge. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. So, hey, free BG, free all the people who's convicted of weed charges in America, since it's legal in most states now.
Yeah,
CEOs out there blowing cocaine, and y'all mad that we want to smoke a little herbal essence. That's crazy.
Hey man,
But the thing is, though, marijuana has a lot more health benefits than, say, for instance, like tobacco and alcohol.
It's more medicinal.
Again, you have marijuana that actually be able to help with those on chemotherapy when they're undergoing cancer treatments or any other ailments.
Yep.
But yet, tobacco is completely legal, but yet is leading to a lot of other. Again, you're throwing out carcinogens in the air. You may develop emphysema, lung cancer. I guess probably exacerbating chronic bronchitis or any other litany of respiratory or cardiopulmonary impairments.
I was thinking about this the other day. They used to allow people to smoke in public restaurants. Like, it'd be like, you want a smoking section or non-smoking? My goddamn parents pick smoking all the time. Like, we ain't kids over there secondhand smoke. But it's just, yeah, like you were saying, marijuana has more medicinal purposes, which is they had to push so hard to get it to start rolling down the states and getting approved for recreational.
But the problem is that the reason why it's not at the federal level is that it seems as though that the government doesn't know how to actually be able to monetize it, be able to regulate it and tax it, just like how with prostitution, which I believe both should be legal.
Yep.
And that should the laws passed down the pipeline for legalization of marijuana at the state and also at the federal level through executive action, through the executive offices from the governor up to the president, and also any of the mayors should be able to commute or retroactively commute or basically expunge those who happen to be locked up for those particular crimes. So if anything, like legislatively, yes, pass weed legalization. But on the executive end, go ahead and commute or expunge those records and give them a chance to be able to get back into society and actually profit off of that.
Exactly.
But that's just a lot of people are saying that may be an extreme take, but it makes sense.
It does, because that's really the only reason they're doing time. The time wasn't because they had marijuana. It's really because they were monetizing off of it and the government wasn't eating off of it.
And they black.
And they black most times.
Hey, quick question. Did you also say prostitution?
Yeah.
Hey, let's sex work sex.
No, I'm not mad at it. I just was making sure I heard him correctly.
I said it. Yeah, I mean,
nothing wrong about a little pussy.
Hey, $40 get you a long way.
Nah, I mean, it's went up, man.
It is the oldest profession in the Bible. I'll leave it at that.
They've been selling pussy
$40 in the eggplant.
95 BC. Pussy been on sale for $40.
From the street corner to OnlyFans.
One of the most powerful things, if not the most powerful thing.
I'm about to start OnlyFans, man.
Oh man!
Wait a minute!
Oh yeah!
No.
Oh shit! But wait, it ain't gonna be your typical like. I know this dude that started on OnlyFans where he's cooking and giving away recipes.
Yeah, OnlyFans don't necessarily mean it's gonna be porn, but that's just the general consensus. If somebody started OnlyFans, you trying to show skin.
That or Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon, I'll pick up on Patreon from for porn.
If you go to somebody's Instagram page and they got a hostess profile, or well, I ain't gonna say link tree. We got a link tree.
Oh, it's a nasty buzz.
Hey, yo.
Click the link in the bio.
Link in bio.
I swear it's all innocent content.
Hey, but no, real shit. So yesterday, I got on Instagram Live. I wish I hadn't got on Instagram Live.
What happened?
Man, I got on there and instantly, like, you can like scroll through lives. So I just started scrolling through.
Oh, so you was looking at lives.
I looked at one and then I just started scrolling through the rest.
I thought you.
You do. Oh, okay. You do.
No. I was looking at. I was looking at live. Okay. Yeah. I went down the damn rabbit hole.
Tell me about it.
Next thing I know, somebody cheats getting clapped. I'm like, hey, yo.
Instagram don't care.
And like it was multiple screens. So on one screen, this chick cheats getting clapped. On the other one, this chick slobbing knob. The other one got a chick playing with herself. And then the fourth screen is just this dude just looking at his phone, watching it all.
See, you be looking at some wild lives. The live I caught, I just so happened to see Doja Cat go live and she cut off her eyebrows.
She did, and her hair.
I was like, oh, she having a Britney Spears moment,
I guess she weird anyway.
Yeah.
So how was the Kendrick Lamar concert?
I didn't go.
Fire. That thing was
Unfortunately.
great, man, and he's one to go. Shout out to Baby Keem. I didn't get to see the first act because it was packed out there. They didn't really start getting the line moving until the show started. But by the time we got in, we caught Baby Keem, then had a little intermission, then Kendrick came out.
I know like 30 people that was at that concert
Hey, it was packed
because everybody was showing me the same songs at the same time of the performance from different angles.
It was packed. Then I like the way he did it. He'll do one song from the new album, then go to one of his classics.
Hey, did he do
Backseat
Freestyle?
Yeah. And they're rocking, man.
That's my shit, man.
Boy, Ocho made it out there somehow. We had invited that
Ocho
nigga
made
too.
it outside.
We invited that nigga too. You know what he told us? No. Then he came. I get it. Ticket probably was free, but still.
Man. Shout out to that nigga Ocho, man.
Man, shout out to Kendrick. One of the GOATs, man. That was my second time seeing him live, and each time was great. I was like, you ain't on Bluetooth, dog.
I know. Don't tell the people.
I
You supposed to talk through it.
I'm talking through it, dog. I'm letting you know, dog.
Damn. You ain't on Bluetooth. No shit.
Yeah, and we're still in the thick of sundress season though. But for my guys out there, and just listen closely. Don't let a $10 or $20 sundress on the front end cost you thousands of dollars of child support on the back end.
Yep. Pull out, wrap up,
years.
Wrap it up.
Years.
Monkeypox is out here.
She got one of your kids got you for 18 years.
COVID is still out here. Be safe.
Damn.
You can get monkeypox from unprotected.
Man, let's not even talk about that shit.
That shit disgusting. They make my skin crawl.
Let's not talk about it. In the words of Demo, but hell yeah.
You know the only thing I hate about concerts in Charlotte, man. They
always
never
in the
bring
middle of the
nobody
week.
special out.
Oh.
They be like, yo, what a special guest.
I hate it because they're always on a fucking Tuesday or some shit.
That too.
Except Sean Kingston.
Shout out Sean Kingston.
Hey,
That concert
Sean
was
Kingston's
lit.
show was actually kind of lit too. I
Kinda
was
lit, man. Isn't they singing that shit word for word?
I was
man.
pleasantly surprised, but we were the minority.
Yeah, it was a
Really?
lot of the palm
African
colored
Americans
people in
were
there.
definitely the minority. There was what?
But they
5
weren't
of
banging
us?
with them like that?
There was like 5 black people in the whole building. Everybody
Wow.
else, and it was us.
Because, you know, for one, Sean Kingston not really relevant. I hate to say it about our culture. If you're not that relevant, they're not going to it. Because the crazy thing was, like, the tickets were free for us. Like, we went to the Pusha T concert. They was giving out free tickets to Sean Kingston. Hell yeah. That concert was fire, too. But then, like, even with my coworker, he black. I asked him, I was like, yo, you going to the Sean Kingston concert? For what? Like, it's a free ticket. You got your free tickets? Man, I ain't grabbing none of them tickets. I was like, it's a free fun time.
It's
like,
a free concert, bro.
And he didn't do bad. Like, the show was actually
It was
good.
actually lit.
But hey, it's just one of those things.
Or
You gotta be relevant, man.
Maybe I was just drunk. Yeah.
Kendrick relevant. I don't know how he did it to where he could drop off for 5 years and come back and do what he did, but he here.
This is Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, and he formed the hits.
He did that.
The hits.
Mhm.
I was going crazy.
Hey man,
Could have brought out J. Cole though.
I want to go to another Lupe Fiasco concert. He do a good show.
Hey, I ain't never seen Lupe live.
I know. I hope he come to Charlotte. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I bang for him, especially his Around My Way. Like
Yeah.
Freedom Free Around My Way.
Yeah, Lupe best album was The Cool, and that's the one he touring for the anniversary.
Yeah.
Ooh, Licka was fire too, man.
Yeah, but The Cool was the shit. The Cool told a story.
Yeah.
From beginning to end.
Unpopular opinion. I like lasers. What you mean?
Lasers was cool. Jokers was cool too.
I like Food and Liquor too. What you mean?
Yeah, that was cool. I like Lupe, so I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Even his new shit,
I like that Tetsuo on you
Drill
shit.
Music
Like,
for Zion. I think that's what it's
yeah.
called. It's good. It's a lot to digest.
Yeah, I love lyrical content that actually has a storytelling
Mhm.
Dynamic to it.
Yeah. I just hate that a lot of things that happened didn't, because you know him, Pharrell, and Kanye were supposed to do Child Rebel Soldiers. I was looking forward to that shit. They got like 2 or 3 songs, but
yeah, I wonder who messed that up.
I still gotta go see him live one time, man. I still ain't seen Kanye live, man.
Kanye be out here fucking shit up, man. No, asshole. I love him though.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, they split.
Round of applause for that.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely like,
Did y'all
gotcha,
happen
bitch.
did y'all happen to see the Will Smith apology that was going online?
Yeah, I saw it.
That was.
What are your thoughts
publicity.
on it?
I feel he's genuine to a certain extent. I think it was one of those things he had to do it to kind of get stuff back on track with his movies and do a little bit of career repair, image repair.
It looked desperate.
Look, you got to make the apology as loud as the disrespect.
It looked like it was forced. Like he didn't really want to apologize. He just knew he needed to save his career.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how much of it he actually meant.
Yeah, I can understand. I can see where you're coming from.
I also think he lied.
About what?
I think Jada did say something to him to make him want to go do it.
I mean, I wouldn't be
okay.
shocked.
Let me put a little nuance on this one though. Body language experts and behavioral psychologists have definitively proven through peer-reviewed research that all communication up to 70 to 93% is nonverbal. She didn't have to say anything,
but he saw that.
But he saw the cues in order to try to basically essentially defend her honor. But at the same time, she keeps time and time again throwing him under the bus
easily.
So
he running out in front of that motherfucker at this point.
Yeah,
a little bit.
So it's just, for me, it's just like you said, it reeks of desperation. But also, some have said that it looked staged, and because you had his son's box water as a product placement right next to him, and then on stage left to his right, you saw I think a tapestry or something that was written that said, "The world is sick, love is the cure." Now, who among that dysfunctional family said that?
Jada.
Exactly.
And it's one of those unfortunate things where it's a good example of take a few seconds and just think it through, because he just won his first Oscar for Best Actor. Price was about to go up.
Yeah, his stock was about to go
up. Today's price.
It was about to.
It's not today's price.
But he did that decision. They was like, oh no, now we got a reason not to.
Right.
So they about to get an Oscar-worthy actor for the low, just because they know he needs an opportunity to get back in the good graces of the general public.
Yeah, and my thing is with regard, with respect to the entire Will and Jada situation, I will just say a few points. Just rock me here for a second. If you agree, great. If not, then we'll just agree to disagree. First and foremost, Will should have picked a better, more suitable spouse. That's just my first. That was the first thing, because we can't talk about correlation without causation.
Yeah.
And the cause in the fact that he did not choose the second time correctly. So, and then because of the correlation, you have, Jada unfortunately just, didn't even like him at first when they had gotten together. So she already had a lack of respect previously embedded with regards to Will.
Yep.
And then not to mention, if anything, alopecia is not a life-threatening condition. Yeah, it may just be baldness, but it's not life-threatening. It's not where you have any medical journals for people who died from alopecia. And then on top of that, if you're sensitive to a joke, then why not just stay your ass home, since you know that there's going to be a comedic routine?
D-double-B, round of applause.
But yeah.
So yeah, it's just, and also it just makes comedians a little bit more wary over their their routines. Thing. So it's just again, it just goes back to cause and effect.
It's a deep rabbit hole. But to put what you were just saying and kind of layman's term is take heed to the red flags, man.
Yes,
Take heed to the red flags.
and choose your mate wisely.
Yeah.
Speaking of choosing mates and red flags, I think Lawrence had some things he wanted to get off his chest. And talk about today.
We're gonna jump into it when we come back.
Are we about to take a little break?
Oh, I ain't know how much.
You know what? You know we can do that. We're gonna take a little break.
Yeah.
Ain't not much time.
I got a track to play for y'all, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into it at the Licka House podcast. So,
stop slapping people.
Life is a bitch. Can't blame a man if you try and get rich. Can't blame a slave if they try and get free. Just gotta pick a tool, whether book or stick. Book or stick, one fold, one click. Nicks, any nicks, gotta fold from the click. Cause you know that oil and water don't mix. Cause you know that oil and water don't mix. Yeah. Life is a bitch. Can't blame a man if you try and get rich. Can't blame a slave if you try and get free. Just gotta pick a tool, whether book or stick. Book or stick, one fold, one click. Nicks, any nicks, gotta fold from the click. Cause you know that oil and water don't mix. Cause you know that oil and water don't mix. Down south, Middle East, where they thick like grits. She ain't even got a front like switch, little twist. Back when Lil Wayne was pulling up with little twists, I make a little wish. Every time my palms itch, hoping I could bomb shit like Bush in 06. Back when every nigga was claiming they sold bricks. Nowadays, they don't have everybody holding it. Every woman got ass, everybody hold blitz. And everybody can get it shit, even little kids shooting shit at homeroom. Catch two up in the ribs, so niggas on the breast. Now it all makes sense. I don't even want the credit. Seeing how they did Prince, seeing how they did Mike, seeing how they did Jimmy. What the fuck Rolling Stone finna make that list? You know, the ones they killed that drove them back shit. A flash of the pins that was rolled off on taxes. But fuck all that with the ratchets. And the camera throwing ash, yelling gas, bitch. Live feeds with casket caught lacking, blown to fragments. The shooter going platinum, served the past tense. Won't cut from the fabric, sewn for madness. Diamond studded, still go funded the casket. Diamond studded, but mama still go funded the casket. Life is a bitch. Can't blame a man if you try and get rich. Can't blame a slave if they try and get free. Just gotta pick a tool, whether book or stick. Book or stick, one fold, one click. Nicks, any nicks, gotta fold from the click. Cause you know that oil and water don't mix. Cause you know that oil and water don't mix. Yeah. Life is a bitch. Can't blame a man if you try and get rich. Can't blame a slave if you try and get free. Just gotta pick a tool, whether book or stick. Book or stick, one fold, one click. Nicks, any nicks, gotta fold from the click. Cause you know that oil and water don't mix. Cause you know that oil and water don't mix. Yeah.
yeah, we back at the Licka House podcast.
Hey. And we bite.
That was Oil and Water by Drew Shamir. Had to bring that back one time for the artist spotlight. Shout out to Drew Shamir, man. But all right, we back. And real quick before we get into the true topic, know what it's time for?
Shut.
Everybody.
One time for the one time.
Remember when they used to Wu-Tang to that in the club?
Yep. I can never Wu-Tang.
Can Wu-Tang dog?
I ain't much of a dancer, dog.
Me either, man. Don't feel bad.
You just got two step. That's all you got to do.
I ain't even good at that.
Barely.
I do a step and a half.
Chuck a notorious twerker.
What?
Oh, wait, what? Hold up. Wait.
Chuck is a notorious twerker.
Don't put my business out there, dog.
Hold up now.
Hey.
Oh,
the two fingers go up. Them legs get kicked out. And boy.
Don't put my business out there like that, dog.
Cheers. Cheers.
Have to make that money. Don't let it make me.
Hey, don't let it make you.
By the way.
And the apple crown is nice.
Yeah. It is, indeed.
Probably go good with the crayon apple.
Mm-hmm, it does.
Muy suave. Very smooth. Very smooth.
Mm-hmm. It is, indeed.
I'm more of a vanilla fan myself, though.
You are, indeed.
You know, I'm an international guy.
Hey.
I appreciate culture. I appreciate languages. That's why I know four. I learned four.
Okay.
But I have an awareness of about 20 or 21 out of the 3,600 documented world languages.
That's what's up, dog. Trying to get like you, man.
I speak English, nigga.
I barely speak that.
Man, this
But
is-
you'd be surprised though when you start speaking Spanish to like the Latinas, bruh.
That's a different type of player right there, man.
Look at that. Ooh,
What they
papi.
call it, playa.
or hell, like I told you before, I know Mandarin Chinese, and when I turn on the Mandarin Chinese, whenever I do speak to someone who's from the mainland, or from Taiwan or from Hong Kong, dude, it's just like that they look at me like I grew a second head. It's crazy.
I believe it, man. It's always amazing to see people who can just alternate between languages.
I speak
Fluently.
English.
Yo, last week I was at the bank. I was actually at the bank at Secu, and there was a teller who was from from Fujian province. And I asked her, I said, I couldn't help but notice your accent, where you're from. And then she said, I'm from China. I said, okay, like, 真的吗? Like, really? 在中国在哪里? Like, from where in China are you? And then she immediately she looked at me, and everybody around her, every teller looked at me in my direction when I was busy having a conversation with her in Mandarin only. It felt a little self-conscious, but I already knew I felt a little bit of pride for it.
Yeah.
Um,
And some people be getting irritated by that, but that's one of the ways to practice. Just having a conversation, get more
Yeah.
fluid. with
Lawrence
the language.
basically said he went to the bank and flexed on them hoes one
Hey,
time.
flex.
Hey, speaking different languages is the place, man. Especially when you're fluent in it.
Yeah, understanding the culture. Well, the best way to understand the culture is through its is through the language. That's how you get to
I
understand
speak English. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all.
But yeah,
Not more teeth.
so I know I know for a fact it's definitely a hit or miss topic that I want to bring up.
This man be so distracted when he on the mic. I gotta stop giving this man up. He gets so
He just
distracted.
Oh wow.
Hey, shout out to Mookie, man.
Oh,
He
that
coming-
was Mookie. Okay.
Is he coming down here or something? Oh, I thought he was coming for the little kid back.
Okay.
Man, a little sneak in town and be gone.
I know that this topic is a bit dicey though, at least it's usually kind of like a love or hate thing. Is about dating apps. I know for some sometimes it works great for some, it doesn't work great for others. It's really your mileage may vary.
Mm-hmm.
I just view it as a tool to be able to be used in order for you to actually connect and meet women in your local area, depending on how you set the parameters, and you can be able to intertwine that with going out organically and meeting individuals. I know it is very frightening for some young guys to just go out and talk to young women, but it's just a matter of actually getting yourself out there, getting your exposure.
Now, do you think that's more of a generational thing?
I
Just
think
because
so.
a lot of
I
the
think
newer
so.
generation is
Yeah.
so dependent on technology, and that's how they communicate.
Yeah, I think that is the case, especially probably around the 2010s or so, when you have, of course, you have college life booming.
Mm-hmm.
You have that huge social network to go out and actually mix and mingle with people from all over the country or from all over the world, depending on where you are. And it just seems though that because of the advent of social media and technology and dating apps has essentially just kind of decentralized the dating market, where you can be able to meet users from across the country and across the world. Yeah. Now with my dating app experience, it started around 2013, around the end of 2013, the beginning of 2014, and it all started because of a dare. My homie Theo, shout out to him. He tied the knot, and I was privileged and honored to be one of his groomsmen for his wedding. had just said, "Hey, look, there's this app called Tag. Let's just roll the dice and see what it do.
I don't
So
remember that one.
yeah, so I downloaded it and just kind of played around with it. I actually downloaded Tag before I downloaded Tinder and Bumble, believe it or not.
Took me a while to get on Tinder.
Yeah, it was Tagged, and then I think Meet Me actually was next though. That was around like 2014 or so. But it wasn't until like 2015 when I had downloaded Tinder, Bumble, and Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, POF.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it.
For me, it's 'cause I think we're all pretty much around the same age or close in age. Yeah,
Wait.
you are with a shit nigga. He said, sure. He said, I'm pushing 40. Nah, I'm just-
Wait
a minute.
You the one who said it.
No, I didn't.
So I'm only 2 months older than Justin. Just
Yeah, I'm only like what 2 years younger than you?
Huh?
3?
Huh?
Yeah, 3.
How old are you?
31.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I'm right there. Yeah, you was walking and whatnot, but I came
No.
out here in the world.
I was running.
But I think we just was born in the right area because part of our childhood and just from our circumstances, I can't speak for everyone, but we were poor. I ain't had no fancy upbringing. We didn't have no computer until I was in high school.
Same,
crazy.
yeah. Same,
So
same.
I learned how to be, I guess, show more of my personality in person, which I can see now. I'm not good at texting or messaging on dating apps, and I might message someone on a dating app, forget to get it back on a month later, be like, oh dang, you replied, how you doing? Because I don't get on it like that, and I'm a dry texter. But when you hang with me in person, I get the whole. You're a lot more fun in person than you are via text or via online, and I'm like, I mean,
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, I understand that sometimes messages don't translate well when you're actually out there, especially with regard to you and your presence and your charisma.
yeah,
When you're like interpersonally connecting with someone in person, face to face.
I do better online.
for real.
For real.
I had some lucky times because for me,
I could say anything.
yeah, you can get wild on there.
And because you can't really hear how I'm saying it, you take it how you want to take it.
So it leaves that so it leaves
What?
that open. It leaves that open for interpretation as well as a little bit of mystery.
Yeah,
Okay.
I work better online.
I have my moments.
Now it's
where
not hard in person either. It's just
the connection is more.
I don't use words that much in person.
My connections in person are more sustainable than online. Online is more like a temporary. Oh, we're kind of interested while we're talking right now, but as soon as one of us steps off from this conversation, it's gone. It's like no matter if we try to recapture that, it's kind of this.
But yeah, like I said before, with dating apps as a tool, just as a vehicle to be able to get in after 3 or 4, maybe 5 messages, and if the conversation is going well, hey, look, let me get your number, and we'll meet up here for drinks, meet up here for appetizers,
For
or
cheek beating.
That's what I was about to say. Not on just the ignorant thing, but it was more like it also depends on how you go into it mentally. Because
right.
I'm not gonna lie, I downloaded Tinder looking to class some cheeks because that was the stigma around it.
That's
at the time.
what it's all about.
But I didn't get much action on Tinder. I got more action on.
POF.
I ain't gonna. It wasn't a day now, but
What
I wasn't paying for sex. But Craigslist.
Hey,
no.
Back in college, I met the most friends with benefits on Craigslist. I ain't gonna lie.
listen.
Yeah, I never leveraged that, to be honest, though.
Craigslist.
Before they took
Back
it.
page.
Back page.
Oh, what an era.
Hey, Craigslist and Backpage especially. Like, man.
What an era. Because, I mean, out of the 50 responses you would get, it was mostly, yeah, I do this price and that price. I'm like, I'm not trying to pay for that. I didn't really believe in paying for sex.
$40 got you a long way.
Yeah, the prices are,
He said it before he'll say it again.
But I was like, I'm going to find
experience.
other friends, but which I got lucky and found a few who just hit me up when they want sex. Like, there wasn't no pressure, no, we got to be in a relationship
So
to
you
do
were-
this.
You were a whore.
Yeah, I had my stage in college, Wow.
Still a whore,
Wow,
apparently.
that's crazy. Don't be putting them lies out there. But yeah, so I went into the dating app stage because shows on social media is portrayed a certain way. Kind of like how OnlyFans got this stigma around it of just porn. It's not just for that. But yeah, I went into it like, okay, I can find some friends with benefits. If I can do it on Craigslist and Backpage, I'll be able to do it on Tinder. They got on Tinders. I'm looking for the real deal. Plus, of course, it was years later and we was at a different age. So mentally, the women started growing into that. I want to get married.
Yeah. What about your what about your overall experiences, Justin?
With online?
Yeah.
I've never actually used the online dating app. Like, ever. I created a profile on one.
You used it then.
I never logged into it after I created a profile. Like, I couldn't tell you the password or anything. But like, I don't have an issue with it. I just never did it.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it either.
Like, that's how you meet people.
Yeah,
that's how you meet people. Everybody doesn't do well in person. Everybody doesn't do well online, but you have to do what works for you.
Yeah, yeah. And I totally support that. Yes, getting into I think around 2016 or so was when I had tried out, but Badoo. That's an app. So I was off and on those particular apps like during that time.
Did you ever get kicked?
Yeah, I have kicked.
Hey, that was wild era too. The group chat.
Yeah,
that was a wild time.
You want to know what was really a wild place? And I ain't trying to veer too far from the topic. BlackBerry Messenger.
I ain't get up on BlackBerry Messenger. BBM.
Man, listen. BlackBerry Messenger was where it was at. All the real action.
Really, tell me more.
I can't say too much.
So it's classified.
Hypothetically.
So it's a past life.
That's past life.
Hypothetically speaking,
Okay. So you was around.
No, I'll leave it. I ain't gonna say it.
Hey, take another shot. We need to take some more shots. Stories start coming out.
So you don't want to incriminate yourself.
Nah,
I got you.
I'm good.
It ain't incriminating. We all got a pass.
I mean, you can invoke the fifth.
Come on, your wife gotta know your whole facts, bro.
Hey, man.
Like the car facts, they gotta pull the whole facts.
You know what you need to know.
I mean, yeah, we all got them bodies we're gonna take to the grave. I don't know who the fuck that is. But you gotta get on the car facts,
Some knowledge is never meant to see the light of day.
I mean, for me personally, I don't really care.
I was born in it.
Car facts, whole facts for me. But back to the topic, man. Have you ever gained a actual serious relationship from dating apps?
Actually, yeah. From tagged to kick. That was around 24. That was actually around 2014. After my first sexual experience back in around 2013. I was 25 at the time. Yeah, I was a late bloomer.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
But you bloomed.
I knew a couple late bloomers.
Yeah, but I don't see it as.
Hey, listen,
I don't see it as losing virginity per se is just more or less along the lines of gaining experience, and also giving a chick some of that baloney pony, if you know what I mean.
That baloney pony, I like that.
Hey yo, wait, come out. I have never, and I mean never, in my life.
Oh man, I'm taking a shot to that. Shit.
Hey, that nigga said baloney pony.
It's a word.
Because let's be honest, man, we all started in these stages.
Hey, euphemisms are amazing.
They are. I liked it. It was just I was not expecting it.
You weren't ready.
I wasn't ready. No. Damn. Okay. All right. Beat me.
But
yeah. Well, I forgot which to record.
That boy, wow. That boy would have fighting for his life right now. Me. But because for me,
man.
I've tried a lot of dating apps, man, and more so recently, I revved up on them because I got out of a long-term relationship, was trying to get back out there in dating field. Pandemic, we was in the thick of a fucking pandemic.
Right.
I had to figure out how to meet people without going through the normal accesses of meeting them at the bar or kickback or where I can shine, my personality can shine a little more.
Yeah.
So did I use them before my last relationship? Yes, but I never gained anything serious from it. It was more like what it's called, dating. I was just dating around.
Just dipping your toes in. That pretty much was my experience from around 2014 to about 2016 when that long-term relationship had ended with the fact that she just didn't respond. I was just left with a lot of questions, not a lot of answers. And I was off and on until when I had made the conscious choice of scrubbing my my phone and just going through a complete app purge. Starting on January 8th, 2020, and then January 16th of 2020. I had first just the first purge. I think Plenty Fish was the first one, chopping block along with Badu, Meet Me and Tag. And then a week later was when I scrubbed my phone of Tinder and Bumble. But then, as you said before, the pandemic happened. Stay-at-home orders, came into effect. We're stuck at home. By and large, for some people who are actually were able to do teleworking or manipulate that to teleworking, which thankfully I managed to come through unscathed with the pandemic, where we were shuffled off-site at our homes, setting up. When I was at the time working for working for federal disability claims. I will just leave it at that. I'm not going to go into that. But being able to still work from home and still earn a salary, I was able to save a lot of money during that time.
Pros and cons, man.
Yeah.
My car lasted a lot longer because of that.
It did, and that's how. With the Buick Outback, that's again. At the time when I had first gotten it, though, because of the fact of stay-at-home orders, I only with actually driving to my recreational trips, either to like Grandfather Mountain, Carolina Beach, what have you. I only exhausted, I think, about like 7,000 miles for that first year I had it.
Okay.
Under the general like 12 to 15,000 that most consumers, most motorists would actually drive per year. But anyway, because of the fact of the the COVID-19 pandemic, essentially forced my hand to adjust and correct my methods. That's why I began to kind of re-download dating applications again.
Yep.
It was just for me, it was just an incremental onboarding, just kind of dip my toes back in. So I had a dry run and downloaded Match in April of 2020, so about a little over 2 years ago. Then I had re-downloaded Tinder and Bumble in July of 2020. During that time, it tied hand in hand with investing in personal development. I actually reached out to a personal development coach, which is completely fine because we need, as men, a community to actually not be completely lost in terms of how to be able to interact and be able to get women into the pretty much. Well, how am I going about this? Being able to just kind of talk to women, be able to get them kind of investing in you, and then invest in you sexually, and just understand the principles of seduction. That was during that time when I had that reset while I was sitting at home. I think to myself, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this handled. So I reached out. There was a content creator I had been following for years. And I finally had gone to his 4-day challenge, and then I had gone into this extensive intensive program to understand. I actually had to again take notes and just take action on that while learning the concepts of seduction is one thing, but of course when you apply that knowledge, that's where the rubber really meets the road.
Yeah, because you got to figure out how to make it your own.
Exactly. While still being true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what next. Then around that time, I think it was around July 15th, by midway through that intensive program, where I had downloaded this app called Hilly or Hi, I Like You.
That's what that meant?
Yeah.
I had no idea what that meant. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I was wondering about that too. So I looked at it and said, okay, that's what it means.
I just thought it said highly.
Yeah, highly
Yeah,
or hilly,
me too.
depending
I was
on
like,
depending on the region. Then around
Sounded about white.
then around August of that year,
did.
2020, I had downloaded Black BLK.
Yep,
But
yep.
after 30 days, I just realized it was buggy, it was glitchy, so I had to get that off my phone. It was eating up too much memory, and also it almost shorted out my CPU on my phone.
Did you ever get on Black People Meet?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Oh man. What about Christian Mingle?
Hell yeah.
Neither that nor Upward. No.
They call me Jingle Bells Chuck.
Wait. Hold on.
For Christian Mingle?
Wait. Hold on. Yo.
I was trying to find a wholesome woman.
Hey, yo.
Hold up.
I got desperate at the time.
Damn, Jingle Bells.
I got this. I might have a problem.
Yo, you're
sick Negro.
Instead of Mr. CTP though, your adult acronym should be
something else.
Oh man, this CTP came from just having fun.
It should be Chuck E. Cheeks though.
Chuck E. Cheeks. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey, that's a new one right there. I had to use that. Oh shit.
So now
I'm your
from now on.
Here's my card and this pipe.
From now on, the Licka House podcast is hosted by Jay Fennell
and Chucky.
Cheeks.
Oh man. That's a new
We gotta
one.
change everything.
We gotta change everything.
We gotta get the logo redone.
Oh man, why do I always get these crazy nicknames? Oh man.
Woo, man, I love it.
But
you tell your clients here's my card and this pipe.
actually, I did make a business card with Miss CTP on it.
Man, you need a new one.
But
You need a new one.
I had to find it, but
Chuck E. Cheeks.
it was like
Premium Entertainment.
it was like a businessman holding a ranch.
I'm telling you.
Master pipe.
It was like a silhouette of a businessman, and the top was like outlined, holding a wrench. That wrench was outlined with water splash in the back.
He was holding what?
A wrench.
A wrench.
A wrench.
A what?
Oh, I ain't saying it right.
You said ranch.
Not ranch. Wrench.
You said the same thing.
I guess my accent thick on that one. Y'all know what I meant. I guess my accent thick on that one.
You got some chicken wings to go with that ranch, nigga? God damn.
I ain't say ranch. I said ranch.
He's the master pipe fitter.
Damn.
Either way it goes, it's supposed to advertise the fact that I laid pipe around top. Yeah. Oh man, we just went down a rabbit hole.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Sorry, Chucky. My bad, Chucky.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yo, my bad for that.
Nah, that was a good one. I never got that one before.
Lord hammer.
So around August or so, I actually chose to, had downloaded Facebook Dating, and I actually had gotten some mixed results from that.
Yeah.
Then around September 13th of that year, I downloaded Hinge. That's again hit or miss. Then around December 21st, it was OkCupid. I had re-downloaded, I had re-downloaded Badu in January 2021. And to round out, the last app that I had downloaded was Coffee Meets Bagel, or CMB, and that was around May 8th of 2021.
Very interesting name.
It is.
Yeah, you up on a lot more than me. God dang. I did Tinder, POF, OkCupid,
I'm out of swing.
Facebook dating, huh?
I'm out of loop. I don't know about.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
he's out
you've
the
been in a
he's off the
relationship
mar-
for a
yeah,
while.
he's off the
dog.
market.
You've
Yeah.
been in a relationship for a while. See,
He's off
I
the
had
market.
got back on the market. Not that I didn't use it when I wasn't in a relationship. I was using more of the. I was on Tinder, POF, okay,
Back
keep it.
page.
Back.
That was a different era. Woo, that was a wild time. I thought I might have had to go to, what's the AA for sex addicts?
I don't know.
Hey.
I'm sure you can Google it. Like,
But yeah, I was like, I gotta calm down. Then I got in a relationship and I calmed down. Got back out here, didn't know how to date. So I was like, what's the thing? Like, nightclubs had died.
yeah, especially when the pandemic hit. Yeah, the
I was like,
nightclubs,
the things I was
lounges.
Shit, this was
Gone.
before the pandemic.
But no, before the pandemic. I'm saying before I got in a relationship.
Oh.
Nightclubs are still a thing. And then I was in a 5 to 6 year relationship and coming out on the back end single, it was like a whole different time. I had to readjust and try different shit.
Yeah, it's just a matter of being able to optimize your environment from from a guy's perspective, in terms of, like you said before, Jay, to figure out what works best for you, where you are strongest, where you can be able to play to your strengths,
Mm-hmm.
and be able to utilize those particular tools to your advantage.
Yeah.
But I think in total about 9 current dating apps that are currently active on my phone, and so far, like I said, it just goes back to the whole YFMV. Your mileage may vary, and it really depends on how you be able to style your profile, and be able to craft your bio to be able to make it fairly broad and very minimally specific.
But
So,
don't it start with the profile pic? Don't you got like 8 seconds to kind of grab their attention for them to be like, yeah, let me see what this person's talking about.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go into that in a little bit in terms of like what I would recommend, especially when it comes to especially when the photos, and I actually have, like I said, I have my notes here.
Okay. I'll get into it then.
Yes. One, my recommendation, my first recommendation is to choose appropriate photos that show who you are. You need at least.
Guys don't take many pictures.
Yeah, and if you desire to put group pics in your profile,
I hate that.
then don't put it as the main profile pic.
I hate that. I'd be like, so who are you?
Yeah, women aren't trying to follow you, find you like Waldo.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
When you fuck up and she think your friend is you, because she think he cuter than you, or because you took a group picture with the nigga.
And you down bad.
Like the Disney movie Let It Shine. They thought his friend was the rapper.
Damn.
But he was really the rapper, but he wasn't
Damn.
quote unquote good. But
yeah, like no more than maybe like 3-4 tops in the photo.
mm-hmm.
In the group pics. But I know nature photos definitely capture a lot of women's interest. Like, for instance, like one of my main profile pics was just me sitting over the Mile High Swinging Bridge on a little like mountain edge on Grandfather Mountain.
I was about to say, so maybe I should take a picture with my shirt off, chopping some wood with an axe.
Or you holding a wrench.
Look.
Or a wrench.
Look.
Hey, nice
Look.
callback.
Hold on. This nigga goes to the gym for 3 months. And all of a sudden he want to chop wood with his shirt off and shit.
Nah, that was just the example. I ain't got to chop wood with my shirt off. I ain't got a fireplace. Just out there chopping wood for no reason.
I don't know what you do with the wood.
I need a fire pit. That's one of my dreams. Have an aesthetically pleasing backyard.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Backyard.
All right.
But also on top of that, you need to show
and functional.
Yeah, but you need to show at least one pic that shows off your sense of style, or your fashion sense.
I ain't got much of that, dog. According to some people, I can't dress, man. Just gotta dress down, But
but overall, it just comes down to just linking up with a community of men who have an eye for fashion, so they can be able to pinpoint the blind spots in your style. So that way they can be able to say, hey, look, like you will probably look better in these particular clothes in this particular color. say for instance, if you have somebody who happens to have a very good eye for photography from the phone, be able to go out and do some type of activity together, and during candid photos, he'd be able to whip out the phone and take pics of you just in your element, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just kind of really encapsulate you a little bit about your personality, a little bit about who you are, because again, pictures do kind of tell the story, make the pictures tell the story in a way. But yeah, you can go, you don't really go wrong with the business casual pick, like for instance, like polos, polos with khakis, or a button down with slacks, or a button down with jeans for that matter. You can never go wrong with that. Make sure it's form fitting and that it contours to your frame and that it's not saggy or baggy.
Show off the masses.
Yeah, but it goes back to the fact of you just get back into, like, in terms of like working on your fitness stuff.
Yeah.
Hey man, we be in the gym though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, getting them gains in.
You know.
Hey, so we posting the pictures
Shout out to Swole.
on Charles.
And I'll be right there looking crazy.
Hey,
looking hurt.
It's funny, man, because everybody was like, "Why does your friend always cover his face?" Oh, your friend's back with the cover over his face.
Because you going through your villain arc right now.
Hey, it's not an art. It's not an art, nigga. It's a lifestyle. Nigga.
Oh man!
Once the villain, always the villain, nigga. I am.
And
what nightmares are made of.
I wouldn't advertise.
Okay.
My bad.
So my next recommendation are hobby photos. Like I said before, get out there and within your budget, do cool activities with your friends. Like for instance, hitting up the rock climbing wall, short clips of the sport that you love to play if you happen to enjoy it, like basketball, football, what have you, and so on. And as a byproduct of one of your photographer friends, you'll have plenty of candid photos and video clips that serve as candid fodder for your profile. Now, in terms of the content aspect of your bio, it has to be witty, it has to be intriguing, more so about yourself. And one of the things that I do recommend, engineer a bio that sparks intrigue and compels women to swipe right on you, give you a like, and so on. Provide a brief summary about yourself, your hobbies, your interests, and a general overview of what you hope to get out of the dating app in question.
What's the question?
All right, what's up?
For your bio, would it be a bad idea to just put, "Hi, I have a big dick"?
You trying to get that type of attention?
I'm just asking, like, would it
if
be
you're open for that kind of attention, then don't be surprised when.
Well, no, because Kevin Samuels would be like, remember he asked that dude?
Yeah, you got a big dick.
He's like, "You got a big dick."
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Dude was like, "Huh, nigga? Don't. You heard the fuck I said? Your dick big, nigga." Like, whoa, Kevin. R.I.P. to Kevin. But like, should you put that in your bio? Like, just be upfront with some bullshit like that.
You'll be surprised about how, if you are honest about what you really want, you'll be surprised about what slides into your DMs or what matches with you. I mean, sometimes you got to take what you can get.
See, that would sound promising. I mean, I'm married now, so it doesn't matter. But
I know it does sound depressing, but
you take what you get.
You got to start somewhere.
This is as good as it gets, and that's all you're gonna get.
I mean, if you have very little experience, I mean, just if it comes your way, and just you got to take what you get, just get the experience, and by all means, like sometimes you have to just put the blinders on, just.
Somebody for everybody.
Either put the blinders on, put a bag over her head.
Everybody.
Wow.
Ooh, wee. Oh wow, gunshot. Hey yo, I knew it was gonna get spicy here. I like it. Yeah. God, a bag? Ooh, that's rough. That is rough. I've never been with a woman I had to put a bag over her head.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
Thankfully, that has not happened.
I hope not. Because goddamn, that's a horrible experience.
When you down bad, no.
Like you down bad and she desperate. It's terrible. Terrible combination. Ooh,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, like when it comes to dating apps, it is really a numbers game. And attraction is non-negotiable. It's just that if a young lady finds you attractive or not, it's just you are at her mercy.
Yep. Gotta let them choose.
Yeah, and needless to say, when it comes to that, yeah, like when it comes to pre-selection, women do that.
Yep, they really do. One question I have is, do you believe that the premium subscription for these dating apps are worth it?
That's a mixed bag in of itself.
Once again, your mileage may vary.
I would say, yeah, your mileage will definitely vary. That way, you'll be able to see who likes you. So that way, you'll be able to see, just saying, okay, let me peep in here, see what's going on. And you kind of look and say, okay, she looks okay looking. Let me see her bio. If there's nothing there, generally from
all the way around.
Generally.
I'm sorry, he just threw me off. Like, yeah, all that was a shorter route. But
if anything, I would have pulled up so he could be able to just.
I was just wondering why he came
all the way around
when he could have went. But
yeah, it just comes down to figuring out. Okay, like she likes me, and look. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and either swipe right or give her the like, depending on the platform on which you are, or just swipe left, keep moving.
Yeah, because they definitely prey on it and be like, he missed the match. Okay.
Yeah.
Subscribe now.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just it's just better. It's just better off. Hey, look, like it's just better off. Like, no, I don't want to get to know you. Like, I had to say it's just that guys are visual creatures.
Yeah.
We look for looks first. We value the aesthetics first, and then we think about character.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I can't argue with that.
Yeah,
I know it sounds horrible, but it's.
I know it sounds really screwed up.
It's one of those things. I mean, you got to be physically attracted to the person. Some form of fashion, you got to be physically attracted.
Exactly.
Because what other reason would you feel the need to talk to them?
Yeah. Overall, yes, men are visually stimulated, and when we that's the first thing we take notice. Your looks, your aesthetics, how you present yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What is your style of dress? Do you dress modestly or do you dress provocatively?
Yeah.
And depending on how you dress really depends on how we actually categorize you. Just immediately, we compartmentalize and then we also categorize where we may fit you in our particular sorting pile, whether or not we see you as a serious prospect or a not serious prospect, as someone for just a fun time or for a long time.
Hey, you spitting though? I ain't spitting. God dang it. Because it's true. It's fucked up as it sounds, but it's just nature. Like,
yeah, we as men are just wired. We're wired like that. And the sooner that our fair sex ladies understand that, it's just that's pretty much what we first measure. Whether not your looks, and then after we are hooked in, and with terms of the looks, which get you the attention, then we also probe your mind, and we're able to kind of suss out your intention. What is it that you're going after? What is it that you hope to achieve from this interaction, from this connection? Mm-hmm. And then the biggest thing is also your attitude, which determines your retention in terms of being able to keep a man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the AIR method: attention, intention, and retention.
I like that, the AIR method.
Yeah, your looks get us attentive to you. Your mind
Dictates
the intention, and then your attitude dictates the retention that you be able to keep me around.
That boy's good, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, because it makes sense why some women didn't last. We got the attention, got a little bit of the intention, but the retention, you crazy. Bitch.
Sometimes when you actually after asking a few questions and you realize, this is not going to do it for me.
Now,
yeah.
It start with attention for women too, right? Because I mean, granted, they don't look at things the same way we do. They're not looking to see if he got a big ass or titties. It's just or if his
the midi is the man titty.
Yo,
they be attracted.
Hold on. Can you imagine? You in the bar chilling, and you just overhear a group of women having a conversation. Ooh, girl, he got some big ass titties. Like,
dang, they talking about me. Oh shit!
I don't think that's gonna fly.
Do you walk by one time?
Like, oh, and he thick as hell, girl. Like, I don't think this.
But no, I mean, I was just saying that because us guys, we ain't that gullible and that. What's the word I'm looking for? Surface level, but honestly,
superficial.
Superficial.
Yeah,
better word.
Vain.
Yeah. So we we look for certain assets, and if they got a face,
assets.
Not everybody ass, man. I'm not one of them.
I like titties.
I like both. I like
either or.
Body.
Yeah, I'm gonna be different now. I'm gonna say this though. I'm actually a thigh guy. Like I love.
You know what?
Thighs.
Thick thighs save lives.
I had
my nigga.
Hey man, I was dating this chick, man. She had the thickest thighs, but no ass.
Oh,
it was so off. Like she'll wear these shorts. She'll show all the thigh. Then she'll turn to the side.
Did she have hips? Did she have hips?
No, it was like straight down, but when you get to the thighs, it was like, wow, goddamn. I was like, oh, I know that thing probably hiding. That thing wasn't hiding.
it just won't get
it was just thighs.
It won't home.
I was like, I love some thighs too, but that was a little deceiving for me. I'm like, what you do? Just go do leg press and don't do nothing? Like, you got to do something to shake that ass. Like, just go straight to the thighs.
Did it jiggle?
I mean, it had that little flat jiggle, you
know? No.
It was just a weird.
What's the flat jiggle? That sounds.
Maybe she was just shaped to have thighs like that and no ass.
That's a terrible shape.
That was crazy. Like you said, if she would at least have hips.
Yeah.
But after going through,
like a corn dog.
Oh no! Oh, you had. Oh,
you're a wild man.
Yeah.
Liable to say anything.
It's just jokes. It's just jokes. It's just jokes.
Oh no!
Satire.
Oh, it's just jokes.
Yo, I was not expecting.
Hey, look, listen. I told you, expect the unexpected when you're at the Licka House podcast.
Yeah. Pull up, pour up, and catch a vibe, you know?
Hey.
The vibes are caught.
that boy been vibing for about an hour.
I've been vibing with him for a long fucking time. God damn,
man.
Yeah, and I know that when it comes to long-term relationships, and I do understand that there are, that it is important. Sometimes you try to at least avoid, politics and religion when it comes to actually at least getting back out into the dating market, and like with regard to dating apps, that way you can be able to have some type of, at least, a generic bio that is that does catch the attention of some women. Just have that wide net cast first, and then once you sample after a certain time, then you'll start be able to have like targeted bait for what you really want after you actually happen to have a sample of of women here, there, and everywhere on what it is that ideally that you as a man want.
So let me ask you this: How much does quote unquote men's media play into the dating scene?
It plays a significant role in it, but it's just a matter of being able to suss out who's legitimate and be able to also see who's again who's legitimate and who's just really full of it. But it's really hard to actually be able to discern who's real and who's just putting up a facade.
And for those of you who are maybe wondering what men's media is, it's basically the programs or posts of your Derek Jacksons, your Kevin Samuels, yeah. Who else? Steve Harvey's.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just
stuff like that.
Yeah. It's the
umbrella.
Yeah. The diametrically opposed views of of men's media, men's content spaces,
men being relationship.
Y'all be on this. Do y'all believe there's a sex war going on right now?
You mean a gender war?
Meaning social media wise, like it's a lot of gender war type posts. Is it more for clout, or do y'all really think it's on?
I think it's half and half.
I want to say it's
I think it's something that's real, but then people saw a way to benefit from it and started to leech off of it.
I think sometimes it can be blown a little bit out of proportion, though. I guess when it comes to social media, that particular, I guess the whole gender war dynamics, has been magnified, to a certain extent where it does seem like in real time when you do see that and you ask certain women on the street who happen to basically be completely oblivious about it, and then you ask them about how they, about certain things, and then you realize, okay, she may have possibly fallen into the indoctrination camp or not. Yeah. It really is a mixed bag. Like I actually ride with you, Jay, in the fact that it is about half and half, where there are some women who actually love, appreciate, admire, and respect men. Prime example with regard to my dating app experience, it's just I had to go through a lot of experience to be able to kind of suss out exactly what it is that I ultimately want. And there's a shorty who happens to have caught my eye a couple of weeks ago, and I'm hoping to meet with her next week. I'm going to Boxcar, having some fun. So going to play some air hockey, go get some pizza.
Dates are always a hit.
Arcade dates.
Always a hit.
Like mini golf dates are good. Disc golf dates,
activity dates.
Yes, interactive activity dates are amazing.
Yeah,
because you get active while you out.
You gotta say something.
You go back to her place.
Yeah, and that's why
you get active.
Yeah,
and you get in no guts.
Yeah,
so you throwing fuel in that gender war.
To quote mediocre tutorials and reviews of the sweet viscous innards, but when it comes down to it, I would prefer interactive dates, like going out for if they're up for it, a hike. Getting women out into like a pool party date, that way don't have to worry about the makeup that way you don't have to worry about the whole makeup thing.
So what is your type, your ideal woman? What all does that encompass?
Wow. Okay. When it comes to my ideal concept of a woman,
you want to put that out there, man? I'm just going to pre-reference it because Cam Newton got killed for saying his ideal woman.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's right, and actually he's saying saying what he said. But the problem is, he gets vilified for saying what he wants, but yet Lizzo is elevated for that.
It's double standards, man.
Yeah,
men can't do that.
It comes back to dating double standards. How, if anything, I think women's preferences are more discriminatory than men's are. If anything, men's ideal standards and preferences are a little bit more rooted in reality. And here's what I mean by that. The young lady that happened to have caught my eye, she's cute. I showed Jay offline. I showed you.
Yeah.
Knowing you was saying you got enough?
No.
That was
a different one.
Just to know that.
Not trying to blow on my spot here.
Yeah. Let's not blow up your spot.
But overall, she's also a young, she's also a young Black woman who happens to, want to be married and have children after marriage, which is something that I hope to align with as well. Because just for context, I come from a divorced household. My mom and my dad separated when I was, I think, 5 years old. Well, my twin and I were 5, and my older sister was 7. And it wasn't until when I was 12 when the divorce was finalized. I got her side of the story, but I never got a chance to actually get my father's side of the story before he passed in 2003. I lost him at 15. And there were a lot of things I really wanted to say or I wanted to ask him, but now that's impossible. So for the ladies out here and also the men out here who happen to have fathers that are active participants in their lives, love and appreciate them, and also be able to respect them. And the fact that they happen to keep them out of trouble by keeping them busy, he's done his job. So it's time to actually, again, to respect and love those particular father figures, to be active in their lives. And I hope to not be that particular absentee father. If in the event that if this leads to something long term and leading up toward a marriage, where again I give at least a good year of a vetting process, and just for all intents and purposes, it's just basically like you're preparing for a job interview, and you're also preparing to actually try out an audition for a team. Mm-hmm. You have to practice. You have to learn how to understand one another. You have to learn how to understand women, and women have to learn and understand men. It can't be one-sided, no matter how you cut and spin it. Mm-hmm. Men are not just things from which to extract resources. Mm-hmm. Men offer more to the dynamic of a relationship than most women actually realize. Especially of men that's actually of qualified caliber. And by that, I mean if he's measured by 3 metrics, which are his performance, his consistency, and his productivity. Those 3 dimensions and those 3 metrics by which he is measured determines the value that he actually brings to the world, his family, and his community. Those are the men who actually move the needle to be able to at least try to keep families together and have structure and order, so that way those kids that happen to come up into those particular households know that they are well taken care of. Mm-hmm. And that they're also loved through his actions. He doesn't have to necessarily say, I love you all the time. His actions prove his love. Men are human doings, not just human beings. We show love through actions. Mm-hmm. Speak silently, or to speak softly to carry a big stick. That's what Teddy Roosevelt had said. Yep. Very cool. How we show that we care is that we actually shoulder the responsibilities of the community and our family, regardless of our personal feelings. We toss those to the side. We're meant to just basically function out of logic. We think long term. We're not thinking about the here and now. Personal feelings aside, we think about the long game. A lot of women in general, in speaking in generalities, we think long term. But but I do also fault the fact that we actually have a culture, unfortunately, that is overmothered and underfathered.
Ooh, say that again.
We live in a culture that is overmothered and underfathered. That men seem like that we don't really get the respect and the appreciation that we really need, and the affirmation therein for being an integral part in the development of a child. A child's self-esteem first starts from the presence of a father figure.
might have to break that down a little bit for me.
Here's what I mean by that, and the fact that he establishes order and he establishes structure, so that way he can be able to that way when it comes to structure and order and be able to unite, keep the family together, he's usually the linchpin. He's the one that always tries to fight for making sure that the marriage works. And if you see the statistics with regard to the 50% divorce rate, you see 4 and 5 women walking out of the marriage. 75 to 80% of the marriages are filed by women.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that are leaving. They're the ones being selfish for whatever reason. No. But unfortunately, when it comes to when the kids are involved, especially when it comes to a divorce and it's messy, like those kids actually are they take priority. It's not about you anymore.
Unfortunately, in our culture, a lot of women use kids as pawns in their game. But I was gonna say now, double-sided blade, is that because a lot of women also push for marriage.
Yeah, and the thing is that
women. I'm not saying that we don't want marriage. I'm just saying they push for it sooner than we would probably feel we're ready for it.
Here's the thing: when it comes to women being able to say, "Hey, look, this is why this is ultimately what I want," and if the man in particular is still working on himself and he's not particularly sure about where he's going, then she needs to leave him alone. Mm-hmm. She needs to have the discernment to not try to fall for the potential. And of course, again, I see what he sees in the fact that he has a set of eyes and that he's been gifted sight by a gift of, again, thank God that he's gifted sight. But does he have vision? If he doesn't have a direction, if he's just wandering aimlessly in the wilderness, trying to basically find himself, then he needs to be left alone until he be able to find his particular path. And those particular men just need to be just completely ignored, and women just need to stop falling for that whole potential and believe what you see up front at face value instead of trying to go in and try to change it. The young lady that happened to have caught my eye a couple of weeks ago is a fairly solid woman in that she's in her mid-20s. That's pretty much my ideal range in terms of dating. She wants marriage and she wants kids after marriage, same values as I have. And for her to actually support me, and even when I told her that I was going to be on here, she said that she supports me fully in what I do. Do you know how invigorating that feels? Do you know how energizing that feels?
Oh yeah.
To be desired, to be respected, to be heard, appreciated, acknowledged,
understood,
appreciated, wanted, and needed by his woman. It's something the likes of which that most men would kind of are yearning for.
Mm-hmm. Especially in today's age.
Yes. For a man to be drawn by
don't mistake that as men want to be praised or over worship the ground we walk on. That ain't what
we just want appreciation.
Just a little appreciation. And acknowledgement that we're here, we're consistent, we're trying as much as you.
Yeah, we're doing our best with what we have in terms of actually having some type of effort.
Mm-hmm.
And for her to say, "Hey, look, I fully support you in what you do," that that means the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
And she stands out for being qualified to be the to possibly be the eventual the eventual missus. I'm sorry, I'm slurring my words with a little bit of distraction.
With the Licka House,
jeez, man.
It's a great conversation. We're having drinks. It just helps us loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, it's the weekend, man. After a long work week, what's wrong with kicking back and chatting with your boys with a little alcohol involved?
Yeah, absolutely. And when it comes down to it, it's just that like most men just want ultimately want appreciation. And for me, my bare minimum is that I just want respect and also just want cooperation. And if you want to become, and you as a woman want to be combative and you want to undermine my decision making capabilities, then fine. Okay, I will treat you as such, and you will not get commitment from me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like a lot of nuances to this conversation, a lot of different holes you can go into.
Yeah.
Terms of the rabbit holes. So I'm trying not to get too far into one. That's why I'm just asking more general surface questions. Because for me, just a little context. Yes, my father was in my life, but him and my mom never got married.
Yeah, and honestly, I respect, and honestly, like I do have a little, actually have a little bit of envy for guys who, for guys and young ladies also who happen to have, fathers still in their lives, and for the fact of them busy trash talking them or not appreciating them. I said, look, you don't know how much time you have with your father. Love him when he's here.
That's the
respect and cherish him when he's here.
That's the concept I'm preaching to my younger brother. Like, I'm about to get old. We all have to pass at some point.
Yeah, we all transition.
God forbid it's anytime soon, but let whatever go, man. Try to figure out how to be close to him. Because, not to get too personal, my father is showing stages of early dementia.
Yeah.
You could be talking to him, he'll forget he's talking to you. Well, forget, I'll be like, I'm your son. I'm little Charles, like you're big Charles. But it's just little stuff like that, because my father was always in my life, but he wasn't, got more the emotional side from my aunt.
Yeah.
My dad, he was a man's man. We never seen that man cry. He just went to work, came home. He'll laugh at certain things. He liked to watch Bonanza, but it's just weird because it's like that's what I thought a man.
Yeah,
was.
my father.
So I try not to show too much emotion, but because I was raised mostly by the women in my family, because my dad was always off doing his thing. We'll talk about that some other day. I grew up a little bit more emotional than most guys probably will be, but I also have that other side of hardness too, where I try not to let people in too quick or too much.
Yeah, my father tried,
and I don't have that good balance.
Yeah. My father tried to to kind of learn about my sisters and me as well. He did his best. But I know that there are a lot of things I wanted to ask him and get his side of the story, but I was young at the time, and it just didn't really dawn on me again, being 12, 13, maybe a teenager, just developing into puberty, just figuring out who I am as a man, developing into manhood, which I do appreciate our family friend for at least stepping in to kind of guide us through. He's 17 years older than I am, and he taught us ways of self-defense. He taught me how to swim, and he just kind of taught me the ways of the world as well as given the fact of actually writing yourself a letter for 1 year and 5 years about where you want to go in terms of your plan. You have to make sure that you plan. Otherwise, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
Say that one more time.
If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
And with that being said, just like with you were saying about vision and all that, it was like when I was in my serious relationship, not that she was holding me back, but my career and personal growth was a little stunted because I was focused so much on dumping so much into that relationship. Whereas the past 2 or 3 years since I've been eligible bachelor, my stock has went up exponentially because I've been focused on myself, my growth. And I can't lie, I am in a selfish season. I'm in a very selfish season because I got vision. I see a goal that I want to reach, and I can't let nothing really distract me. So if you're not on board to ride the way I'm presenting it, or don't get why I'm presenting it that way, because relationship requires a lot of work.
Yeah.
I can't put that work into that right now. Not I want to be out here sleeping with multiple women. Not that I'm trying to be a player. I ain't got time for that. I just have a vision. I can't constantly text you 24/7 when I'm working.
Yeah, not everybody can come with you on the journey. Yeah. It's just like I view success, and I think Headcrack said this best. It's like a rocket with boosters. After the booster has exhausted its fuel, it breaks off, and the shuttle keeps going.
That's a good one. Oh, he making these analogies. What?
Yeah, it's just a matter of when it comes to the matter of success, though. That people, a lot of people can't come with you on the journey. Sometimes it may happen to be solo when you make it to the top, but you have that support system in place to reach those particular levels, and you just have to basically just kind of go forth and be able to just appreciate the people that are actually there, who actually boost you to that next level, but make sure you also pay homage to those people that actually got you to where you reached. You just can't go up and then all of a sudden you just completely just kind of cut off the flow, or close the door on those people who had gotten you to that particular position, because then you're blocking your own blessings, and that you're basically you're burning bridges at that point. Eventually you're gonna have to cross those for the people that you've wronged.
Yeah.
That's deep.
But overall, it just comes down to the fact of that. Yeah, it comes down to purpose and vision when it comes to a man's lifestyle. And there are some times where you have to possibly have to retreat for about 6 to 12 months and just completely go monk mode and focus in and narrow in on where you really want to focus. What is it that you ultimately want to do? What is it that you desire? What is it that you want to provide in terms of impact for the people in your life and around your life as well? And it focuses on like 6, I think, functional keys for success. And I actually conceptualize this, and I hope to actually make this into a book one day. It focuses on your faith, fitness, finances, fashion sense, friendships, and fellowships. You need your fellowships in terms of your communities in order to actually be able to do your networking. Friendships to be able to build those bonds. That way you can be able to have people that you trust, people that you can be able to have in your corner. Fashion sense, that's kind of self-explanatory. You have to just reach out to people who happen to be pretty fashion conscious to be able to actually get you right.
Dress like a big stepper.
Get you. And then fitness is also self-explanatory, but not just physical, but mental too. And that goes to actually extending yourself to actually go into therapeutic resources as well.
I was about to say, because my physical fitness is ass, but my mental
shit ass to the damn.
I mean, finance.
I just messing with you, dog. Don't take it to heart. It really was a
hey, but my lights on though.
Hey, bet.
I mean,
finance. What costs, my dude? What costs? That's what I get you.
Finances,
like conspiracy.
Finances, unfortunately, it's a capitalistic society. So I mean, you need money to be able to build the bridges. So that way you can be able to allow people to actually access those bridges. That way you can be able to say, "Hey, look, I did this for you. You can be able to come. You can be able to come across. I did the work for you."
Crime pays too.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna run to the restroom.
And faith just comes down to your belief systems, really, in terms of your purpose and what you really want to do.
Everybody should have some sort of a belief system. Whether it's religious, whether it's morality, whether it's whatever the case may be.
Yeah, you got to stand on your square.
Yeah. Like you need to have something you believe in, fight for it, stand up for it, be bold with it, outspoken. It kind of makes the man, so to speak.
Yeah, and to also take from the Romaji spelling of the city of Kobe in Japan, when it comes to the way that you govern life as a man, you can be kind, but you also have to be opinionated, unapologetically yourself. You also have to have boundaries and be edgy a little bit.
Think you lost me at edgy? I'm not very edgy.
it just comes down. To especially if you have like very counterculture opinions, stuff like that, and yeah, when you have an opinion, you stand on your square, and you actually support it.
The edgiest thing I do right now is the Licka House.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Ooh, speaking of the Licka House, I'm a little drunk. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I've been drinking a lot this whole time. I drank like half a bottle of Douce. Hey, Chuck's back.
And you said you were trying to be sober, but here I am slowing my words after I don't know how many shots of Crown, and I still got some to go. Like,
hey, yeah, man.
So we do.
So,
but yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna be like, y'all want to get into the BS portion? Talk out. Never mind, I ain't going down there.
No, because you know what? I think this was a really deep conversation. Definitely appreciate Lawrence for bringing it to my attention.
Shout out to Lawrence for bringing.
There was some gems dropped today, y'all.
Gems on top of gems.
Yeah, like gems. You know, we got the man's view of like dating apps, what it's like in the dating world, having good social relationships with friends and family. You know, the relationship with your father. I mean, we went there today. I think it was good for everybody to kind of like be able to hear our point of view on certain topics. I definitely want to do one with the woman's point of view.
Yeah,
for dating and relationships and friendships.
That would be great.
But yeah, but
it might be 2 or 3 weeks from now. We'll get into that. We'll do a woman's point of view. We might bring Taylor back
because I do want to ask a woman.
Yeah,
an honest question of how come y'all want us to compete for y'all attention and love, but feel some type of way when we do it?
Well, it goes back to dating double standards.
And it's not necessarily compete, but it's dating. You're dating to see who fits you best.
I want to know why the hell they don't ever know what the fuck they want to eat.
That's another good question.
Or how about this? Or how about this? Think about this. If women say that they want a man who's honest, but yet you give them honesty, but that they feel some type of way
about
about
the answer
it.
they want.
It's not about the fact if the answer is not the response is not what they want. But the thing is, though, you ask for honesty. So do you really want me to tell you the truth? Do you want me to give you solutions, or do you want me to comfort you with lies?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it you want the truth or you want your truth?
But if you want to live in your truth, then unfortunately you're going to be you're stuck on stupid, and you're choose live that way.
And this not no in shape or form that it's certain things that can play into gender roles, but I don't really believe in gender roles myself. But how come women always say, I don't need to know how to cook and this and that, I want to be a career woman, but then expect the man to still be able to do all this other stuff? Like, you need to know how to change a tire. If you don't know how to change a tire, you can be degraded as a man. Like,
yeah, it goes back to the fact that women want to hold men to traditional standards when they themselves can be able to try to negotiate away their traditional roles.
And it's just a very nuanced conversation that it's hard to have with this generation of people.
And one thing I just think it really, I mean, when I told you this before, I know we talked about this constantly offline. Jay, it's just when it comes down to when I hear a woman say, "Oh, I'm strong and independent," I die a little on the inside. Because I die a little on the inside because here's the thing. You depend on a job for your livelihood. You depend on transportation to get from point A to point B. You have to basically depend on being in good standing with your employer to keep your job. Why can't you keep that same energy when it comes to keeping a man?
Because we had to keep that same energy in the aspect of life.
If you can conduct yourself on your best behavior at work, you can conduct yourself on your best behavior with me.
Hey,
you have that self-control.
I mean, it's
You
a hard
have that
conversation to
selfish-
have, but he not saying anything that's necessarily wrong.
I didn't say that. I
No, I'm
said
saying for the people out there listening.
Oh, I said the streets was gonna be hot with this.
No, I was just saying for the people out there listening. That's all I'm saying. Not for us.
Yeah, but things though,
more open minded to conversation.
But the thing is, here's the thing: when it comes to a woman saying, "Oh, I'm strong and independent," like, no, it's just you happen to be a self-sufficient adult over the age of 18 that pays her own bills and can be able to handle her own. You don't get kudos from me. You're not going to get a congratulations from me. You don't congratulate a fish for swimming. You don't congratulate a bird for flying either, or a snake for slithering. You're doing what you're supposed to do
as an adult.
As an adult. If anything, the more important aspect
we can't use that cop out.
Is interdependence.
We can't use that cop out.
We can't. No.
You're strong, independent, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're a man. Like the fuck.
Precisely.
Anyway.
But yet,
because being an adult is a man thing, apparently. Let me stop.
No, being adult is being adult and being able to do it. Well, you have. There are some things that you don't want to do, but you have to do. That's being an adult. That's being an adult.
I think it just to kind of clean that up because
I'm okay.
To kind of clean this up it's damn, I lost my train of thought. Been drinking.
Me and my wife is
been drinking.
But to clean it up a little bit, it's more so it got lost. The message got lost. Because what adults are supposed to do or what adults are supposed to do. If you're a single adult in America, you're supposed to be able to take care of yourself. Hopefully. I ain't gonna say it always works out that way because life happens, bad decisions. But in general, as an adult, you're supposed to be able to cook, clean, take care of yourself, pay your bills. Like,
and on top of that, here's the thing though.
Is that really independence or you just being an adult?
You're just being an adult. And here's the thing. Life is not only a culmination of the choices that you made up to this point, it is also the fact of just a matter of being able to just like figure out what works best for you. Where am I going?
Man, I'm gonna just say it, man.
Go ahead.
They expect us men to build the house, but they don't make it a home once we build it.
Yeah.
Let me stop. That sounds fine.
No. But you're on to something though, Chuck.
Shit.
When it comes down to it, it's just that you want. It's just that for the most part, like women by and large want a man who is again who happens to basically who is masculine but also in touch with this sensitive side. I mean that's just it's just so contradictory and so paradoxical. It's absurd to me. You have this whole concept saying, oh, like you can, have high standards as a man, but not high expectations for the woman to be able to get on your program. Why is it the case where when we ask for certain things, which isn't much, we get a lot of mouth, we get a lot of attitude, we get a lot of combativeness, we get a lot of just. I'm not going to do this. Like, okay, well, it seems as though here in the States, especially in Western Civ, there's a very thin margin of error that men can make before he's disqualified to be a candidate pre-selected for either for sex, for instance. It's just hard, but yet when you go abroad, which when it comes to the Save Yourself Black Man movement or CISBM, I don't blame them for just checking out of here and going abroad where in sheer numbers, women actually respect men there. I don't fault them for at all for being able to leverage their options to optimize their outcomes.
And this is not it's speaking in general. This is not to, belittle anyone's feelings. If you've been hurt and you move a certain way, the way you move, because trauma, first and foremost, seek out therapy, get that shit worked out, do what you got to do.
Facts.
But also learn from that shit. Stop going to the same type of dude when it didn't work the first time around.
Let Ayana fix your life.
You said what?
Let Ayana fix your life. Ayana, what's her name? Ilana?
Iyanla Van Zandt.
Yeah, Yana Van Zant.
Like, you know, my cousin murdered.
Yeah, cousin in
yeah,
Atlanta?
and because of the fact that the Modern Mean Girls Club, they basically has essentially run her off the air, and and also has led to the Modern Mean Girls Club with Rebecca Lynn Pope and April Mason just completely just kind of checking out of the matchmaking business.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fact that women have a lot of unrealistic expectations with what men are, but the problem is that some a good majority of women just by and large don't go to the direct source and ask men what they want. They want to they want to be flocking to the media or flocking to whatever the media is actually perpetrating, or other women within their salon talk, instead of actually talking to that man who's next to you, either in the room, in the bed, or right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny to me how there are some women who just seem to be crying about a man who who is emotionally intelligent, but they themselves are completely socially oblivious and ignorant because of the fact of because of entitlement and because of just because I'm a woman, you're supposed to do this. Like, no, you have proven ground just as much as I do.
Yep.
You have to show your work as well. You have to show your worth to me.
I mean, it's true. And that's the part that's lost. Then we sound like we're misogynistic according to social media and society these days, when really it's like, just like I gotta prove myself to you, you have to prove yourself to me. What's gonna make this work is that we meet each other.
How are we going to strike a deal? Like, how are we going to hammer out a deal and be able to actually hold ourselves to that without, again, putting feelings aside?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we just remove the ego, remove the pride, and this persistent need to be right? Like Wale said it best in the Battery mix with Rihanna: the ones who are never wrong never get a ring.
Mm.
The ones who are wrong never get a ring.
Yeah.
If you keep thinking that you're infallible, how are you going to build on that?
Because you gotta be open to growth. You gotta be open to see the flaws in yourself as much as you see the flaws in others.
We got like 4.5 minutes.
Hey.
Of recording.
So it just comes down to, I know in terms of other spaces, in terms of men's media, it's just that women needing to stop getting so pissy about it. The fact of that women's media have basically been dominated the airwaves for decades, and just now recently, men are finally actually getting a chance to actually coalesce and getting our voices heard, and to kind of add a little bit of nuance to, again, to the Godfather, R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. He didn't just start the conversation; he revived a conversation long overdue for us to be able to work together. And if anything, since again we're all since when it comes down to relations within the Black community, he was probably, in my opinion, the staunchest pro-Black content creator that has graced YouTube in a while. That he wanted families to be put together, but as a matter of fact of people being realistic with regard to where they stand in terms of the dating and sexual market, and working from there instead of being so prideful and so vain, thinking that they want a particular man with a particular archetype, but they don't understand that particular lifestyle. And not only that, they're out of shape. They have a lot of kids by a bunch of baby daddies, but they did not demand marriage from those particular types, but yet they want marriage from the next man. How is that fair?
Yeah.
That's
So,
what he just kind of brought to light.
Two things. One, did I agree with everything Caleb said was, or his delivery of it? No. But I'm not gonna act like he didn't make good points here and there. It's just the second point was, today's society, society looks for a way to belittle the message. Because if the delivery is wrong, that's all they're gonna focus on.
It's all about thought and tone policing, basically.
And he didn't go about it the most pleasing way, so that's why he got so much backlash. I hate the way they treat that man in death, but
Yeah, but the bluntness of his message was the urgency of his with the urgency of the message in terms of the fact that if we don't course correct now, then by 2050, according to economists, black wealth will be zero. Yeah. So we have right now it's 2022. We have 31 years to get our act together. So I hope to do my part, and play my part. At least with being able to help with that. Okay.
But we appreciate you, man, coming through, kicking this knowledge with us. This is definitely a to be continued. When you get some more time, you definitely come back and sit down with us. Hopefully, the next time,
I still got more notes, my guy.
Hopefully, the next time we have a female's perspective. Oh, that term is bad. A woman's perspective.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be elated to dialogue.
I think what I'm gonna do is
do a woman's episode
for a woman, and then bring y'all both back together.
Yeah.
Be like a 3-part series,
and then
a
have
trilogy.
like a round table.
Because you know what, I can rock with that.
We're open-minded people, so we can have the real conversations that need to be had.
Yes,
even though they want to talk to them people,
they're uncomfortable, but it's necessary.
It has to be done. But as always, it's your boy Jay Fennell signing off.
It's your boy Chuck. I never gave a fuck. No, I'm just...
And it's Lawrence Holliday here.
And this was the Licka House podcast. We appreciate Lawrence for coming through. We appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Man, if you got disagreements, look, you know where to find me at Lawrence W. Holliday with 2 L's, or you can reach me on Facebook, Lawrence Holliday. Send me a message if you have disagreements. Let's talk about it so that way we can be able to come to some type of form of understanding.
Open conversation. I love it. But yeah.